Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Yoga Karmasu Kaushalam.
Hello everyone, I am Dr. Chetna Marvadi, Assistant Professor, SD School of Commerce, Gujarat University. Today we are going to learn about Material Cost Module 2. Material is one of the important components of total cost. Its efficient management helps in enhancement of overall profitability of the organization. Thus, in previous module, we have studied about accounting and control of purchases, storage and issues of materials. Generally, in any production processes, percentage input does not produce percentage output. In normal circumstances, output is always less than input quantum. When input is greater than output, it is the situation of loss. It means difference in this case is treated as loss. For example, in process 100 units are introduced and output is reported 90 units, it means 10 units is loss. Each process has certain or fixed percentage for loss. This certain or fixed percentage loss in accounting is known as normal or expected loss. It is unavoidable loss. It is loss which is known to the system, hence it is treated as normal loss. But sometimes total loss is more than expected loss. Loss more than normal loss is known as abnormal loss. In some cases, there can be more production than expected. This excess production is called abnormal gain. Other terminologies which are relevant to material loss are waste and scrap. So, in this module, we will have discussion about material loss, types of material loss, waste and scrap and their accounting treatments. First, let's deal with material losses. Material losses is a physical element and is passing through several stages. These stages are: number 1, material in transit; number 2, materials in store; number 3, material in factory. At any stage, there can be reduction in the quantity of goods. This reduction can be due to inherent quality of goods and reduction due to negligence of proper management of material. These reductions are considered as loss of materials. Such losses or reduction are mainly classified into two categories, that is normal loss and abnormal loss. Now let's discuss normal loss. Normal loss is that loss which is necessarily to be incurred and thus is unavoidable. For example, loss by evaporation in case of liquid material, loss due to breaking the bulk, say when the materials are purchased in large quantity for production in small lots, loss due to loading and unloading of materials. Normal losses of materials cannot be completely eliminated but may be controlled to a limited extent. Now let's discuss accounting treatment of normal loss. As explained, this is predetermined loss which is based on nature of raw material or nature of production processes. This loss is unavoidable. This cannot be prevented. This loss will be part of actual production cost of goods unit. Due to this loss, cost of rest good units would increase to the extent of cost of normal loss. A respective process or lot or batch has to bear this loss. Cost of normal loss will be debited to factory overhead account and will be credited to stores ledger control account. journal entry for normal loss of material is factory overhead account debit to stores ledger control account. Now we will understand with the help of illustration. Raja Company Limited is manufacturing specific chemical. In each lot or batch, 10,000 liters of raw chemical is introduced and percentage of normal loss is 10%. Per liter rate of raw material of chemical is rupees 10. Normal loss is 10% of input. Here input is 10,000 liters. So normal loss will be 1000 liters having cost at rupees 10 per liter. Cost of normal loss will be 1000 liters into rupees 10, that is 10,000 rupees. Factory overhead account debit rupees 10,000 to stores ledger control account credit 10,000 will be our journal entry. Due to this accounting effect, cost of production will increase by rupees 10,000, or we can say differently that material cost will be increased and finally cost of production will also increase. Material cost is rupees 1 lakh, that is 10,000 liters into rate per liter is rupees 10. But in case of normal loss, cost of 10,000 liters will be for 9,000 liters only. So rupees 10,000 divided by 9,000 liters will give us rupees 11.11 instead of rupees 10 for 1 liter. In brief, due to normal loss, cost of production of respective product, lot or batch would increase. It can be concluded that higher the quantum of normal loss, higher the cost of production. Let's see the tabular presentation of normal loss and its cost. Input of raw material given is 10,000 liters at rupees 10. So our total cost will be rupees 1 lakh and liters are 10,000 liters. From that we will deduct normal loss of 10%, that is 10,000 into 10%, which will give us 1000 units. Therefore, our cost of good remaining liters will be rupees 1 lakh, whereas our liters will be 1000 units, and therefore giving cost per unit of 11.11. Due to this loss, cost of rest good units would increase to the extent of cost of normal loss units. Now let's discuss abnormal loss. Abnormal loss is that loss which arises due to inefficiency in operations or due to accidental reasons, for example, theft or pilferages, breakage, fire, accident, flood, etc., use of inaccurate weighing instrument, improving storage of material, earthquake, etc. Let's understand abnormal loss with the help of example. X Company Limited is producing product Y. The percentage of normal loss are 10%. In every lot, company produces 1000 units of material. What will be your explanation? Number 1, when production is 900 units. Number 2, when production is 850 units. And number 3, when the production is 920 units. Let's understand this question. When production is 900 units, our input is 1000 units. Normal loss given is 10%. So we will deduct 100 units. So expected production, that is our output, will be 900 units. But our actual production given in example is also 900 units. Therefore, expected production output and actual production output is equal. Thus, it is that situation where there is neither abnormal loss nor abnormal gain. Second situation, when production is 850 units. It is given that units introduced, that is our input, is 1000 units. Normal loss is 10%, 100 units. Expected production is 900 units, but actual production given here is 850 units only. Therefore, abnormal loss, that is expected production output is more than actual production, thus it is abnormal loss. Here abnormal loss is extra loss of 50 units. Third situation, when production is 920 unit, our input is 1000 unit, normal loss 10%, that is 100 unit, expected production is 900 unit and actual production here given is 920 units, giving difference of 20 units. Here it is the situation of abnormal gain as expected production is less than the actual production, thus it is abnormal gain. Now let us discuss about accounting treatment of abnormal loss. When total loss is more than normal loss, difference is abnormal loss. It can be avoided. It is controllable loss. It is result of negligence in material handling or any other unexpected event. This loss is avoidable. This can be prevented. This loss will not form a part of actual production cost of good units. Due to this loss, cost of rest good units would not be increased. This loss will be borne by the costing profit and loss account. Sometimes there can be loss due to natural calamities and against which insurance can be taken and loss can be avoided if any. In absence of insurance, such loss is to be transferred to costing profit and loss account. Cost of abnormal loss will be debited to costing profit and loss account and will be credited to stores ledger control account. Journal entry for abnormal loss is costing profit and loss account debit to stores ledger control account. We will understand this with the help of example. Raja Company Limited is producing specific chemical. In each lot or batch, 10,000 liters of raw chemical is introduced and percentage of normal loss is 10%. Per liter rate of raw material chemical is rupees 10. Actual production is of 8,500 liters. Normal loss 10% of input. Here input is 10,000 liters. So normal loss will be 1,000 liters having cost rupees 10 per liter. So production should be 9,000 liters, but unfortunately production is 8,500 liters only. Thus abnormal loss is 500 liters. Cost of abnormal loss will be rupees 1 lakh divided by 9,000 liters multiply with 500 liters, which will give us rupees 5,555. 9,000 liters after deduction of normal loss, costing profit and loss account debit 5,555 to stores ledger control account 5,555. This will be our journal entry for abnormal loss. Due to this accounting effect, cost of production will not be affected because it will be transferred to costing profit and loss account, or cost of abnormal loss is equal to total cost of materials divided by total number of units after deduction of normal loss if any multiply with units of abnormal loss. Cost of abnormal loss is equal to rupees 1 lakh divided by 9,000 into rupees 500, which will give us rupees 5,550. In brief, cost of abnormal loss would not affect cost of production of respective product, lot or batch. It can be concluded that actual total production cost is not affected by abnormal loss. Let us see the presentation of this abnormal loss and its cost in the form of table. Input given here is 10,000 liters at rupees 10. So, its cost will be rupees 1 lakh and liters are 10,000. Therefore, cost per liter is rupees 10 less normal loss 10%, that is 10,000 into 10%, which will give us 1,000 liters. So, cost of good liters is rupees 1 lakh. Liters will be 9,000 and cost per unit 11.11. Due to this loss, cost of rest good liters would increase to the extent of cost of normal loss liters, that is 1000 units. This loss is bare by process, batch or lot itself. Now abnormal loss is 5555 rupees and our liters are 500 liters, which will give us cost per unit as 11.11 and actual production will be 94,445, liters will be 8,500 liters, cost per unit is 11.11. Per liter cost of good production and abnormal production is always same. Profitability of respective product, batch or lot is not affected at all in case of abnormal loss. Let's discuss control of material losses. The following steps may be taken to control losses of materials. Number 1. Proper storage conditions should be provided, particularly in case of perishable material. Number 2. The storerooms should be well guarded and protected to avoid the risk of theft, fire, etc. Number 3. In order to reduce losses due to obsolescence, materials should be issued on first in, first out basis. Number 4. Accuracy of weighing instrument should be periodically checked. Number 5. A systematic procedure should be developed regarding movement of materials from one place to another place and no authorized movement of material should be permitted. Number 6. Specialized material handling equipment should be employed so as to minimize losses in material handling. Now, let us understand other two terms which are associated with material loss, waste and scrap. Let us understand first waste. Waste represents that portion of basic raw materials which is either lost or which evaporates or shrinks during a manufacturing process and which has no recoverable value. It may be visible, for example, residue of basic raw material, or invisible, for example, disappearance of basic raw material through evaporation, smoke, etc. Let us understand treatment of waste. Number 1, in case of normal loss, this is the loss arising out of causes inherent in the process. It is treated as part of the cost of production. In other words, the cost of such waste is borne by balance of materials. Number 2, in case of abnormal loss, this loss is arising out of causes not inherent in the process, for example, defective goods. It is charged to costing P&L account. Now, let us understand how to control waste or steps to be followed to control waste. So, following are the steps that we are going to study. Number 1, determine the standards of normal loss. Number 2, fix the responsibility of the staff to maintain determined standard. Number 3, make arrangement for preparation and submission of waste report on specific intervals. Number 4, compare actual results with predetermined result. Number 5, ascertain the causes of abnormal loss. Number 6, take necessary corrective action. On following of such process, waste can be minimized. Let us understand format of waste report. Waste report of ABC Limited is given, wherein we will write down department name, cost center, number and date of preparation of waste report. This report will cover process number or job, normal waste in percentage in quantity, actual waste in percentage and quantity, abnormal waste in percentage and quantity, and for each job or process, if any remarks, then also we are going to record that, and this report is to be entered by authorized person, it is to be signed by the inspector, and it is to be considered for action by the person authorized to take steps. This format provides information to take managerial decision to minimize waste. Let us understand meaning of scrap. It is incidental material residue from certain types of manufacturing process, usually of small amount and low value, recoverable without further processing. It is always visible. For example, scrap of metals on account of turnings, borings, trimmings, etc. Let's understand treatment of waste. Number 1, where the value of scrap is negligible, net sale proceeds of scrap is credited to costing profit and loss account. Number 2, where the value of scrap is significant, in that number 1, when the scrap is not identifiable with a particular job or process, here any sale proceeds of scrap are deducted from material cost and in some cases from factory overhead. And in second case, when the scrap is identifiable with a particular job or process, net sale proceeds are credited to that particular job or process. Let's understand how to control scrap or steps to be followed to control scrap. Number 1, determine the standard of normal waste. Number 2, fix the responsibility of the staff to maintain determined standard. Number 3, make arrangement for preparation and submission of waste report on specific intervals. Number 4, compare actual scrap with predetermined standard. Number 5, ascertain the causes of abnormal loss. Number 6, take necessary corrective action. Let's understand the format of scrap report. Let's have a look at scrap report. Scrap report of ABC Limited is given, wherein we will write about department name, cost center, number and date of preparation of the report. This report will cover process or job number. It also shows normal scrap in percentage and quantity, actual scrap in percentage and quantity, abnormal scrap in percentage and quantity, and remarks if any. This report is to be entered by authorized person, to be signed by the inspector, and it is also to be authorized by the person who is required to take action on this scrap report. This format provides information to take managerial decision to minimize scrap. Now let's understand how waste is different than scrap. Number 1, scrap is always can be seen or touched. It means it is visible. On the other hand, waste is a result of inherent quality of raw material, hence it can be visible or invisible. Number 2, scrap may realize some value while waste does not have any value. In this module, we have discussion about number 1, stages of material loss. In that, we have studied material loss in transit, material loss in store and material loss in factory. Number 2, types of material loss, normal and abnormal loss. Number 3, accounting treatment of normal and abnormal loss. Number 4, waste and scrap and their accounting treatments. For any student of cost accounting, this basic knowledge related to material is very much essential. This clarity will help you to understand other chapters of cost accounting and management accounting in better form. You are suggested to refer this content till you have not acquired clarity on it. In the last module 3 of material cost, we will study remaining content, that is material issue techniques like first in first out, that is FIFO method, last in first out, that is LIFO method, simple average price method, weighted average price method, replacement price method, standard price method. I hope this module have given the clarity about basics of material cost. Now we will meet for next module. Thank you.